In 2024, the LGBT community is very powerful. They have members from all different ethnic groups: Black, Latino, white, Arab, Indian. They have members from everywhere. They're your lawyers, your doctors, your senators, your governors. They're coming from everywhere. And there was a period of time when, where they had to keep the mask on and conceal their lifestyle. But now in 2024, with this all-inclusive society, they're able to come out now and just be who they are. But a lot of people that's old school, some of these men and women, they went and got married, they went and had children, they went and lived a life that society would told them that they were supposed to live. They concealed a lot of who they really were. And one of these people was Andrew Gillum. Y'all remember Andrew Gillum? He was running for governor down in Florida. He had a wife, he had children. He had a lot of people following him, was getting behind him. He was picking up steam. It looked like he was going to be the next governor of Florida. And then all of a sudden, this happened.
Developing at noon, the police releasing evidence today from an overdose incident involving former candidate for Florida Governor Andrew Gillum.
And we're now getting a look inside the hotel room where they say it happened. Local 10 News reporter Laren Livingston is live in Miami Beach with the details. Laren.
Christy, Janice, police say back on March 13th, former gubernatorial candidate Andrew Gillum was so intoxicated here at the Mondrian South Beach Hotel that he could not even speak with officers. And as you mentioned, just this morning, Miami Beach police releasing body cam footage of their response to the hotel and that emergency call that night. Take a look at this. Much of the video inside of the hotel room was blurred because of privacy reasons, according to the police. But what we are able to see are police responding to that emergency call around 1 o'clock in the morning about a suspected drug overdose. Now, Gillum and two other men were inside the hotel room there, and police say one of those men, Aldo Mejias, went into the room earlier that night and found Gillum and another man, Travis Dyson, under the influence of a, quote, unknown substance.
So that was the fall of Andrew Gillum. And since then, you have never heard from him. If he was running for governor now, he would be strong. He would be able to come out and be who he was. And, he probably would win with the power that the LGBTQ community has. But now let's segue over to Roland Martin. And Roland Martin, he's a very polarizing figure. He's a butt kisser or a Democratic shill for that party. He likes to come after a lot of the grassroots of the black community, the ones that's on the ground doing the work, the ones that's actually speaking up, that's trying to have a voice for our people. Because Roland Martin, he represents that elite class, that college elite class boule that doesn't give a darn about the regular folk. Roland Martin has gotten caught doing some LGBTQ activities. While he was on the air on a on one of his live streams, while he was talking, going across the screen, showed some. Let's say it shows some men in their booty cheeks hanging out. And this was supposed to be on Roland Martin's laptop. This was his. A lot of the Democrats, nowadays, they're the ones in the forefront supporting a lot of LGBT rights, and they deserve rights. But a lot of people are still on the down low. A lot of people are not coming out and being who they say they are. Now, I would say to the LGBTQ community, those that are living that lifestyle and they're out with it, I don't think that people should be able to benefit from you guys if they're still living a lie, they're not telling the truth. We're in a time now where you have the trans community. They're able to go into identify as women. And some men, they can identify as women. They can go into women's locker rooms now. And, they're going into schools to talk to children. You have a lot of these trans people. They're playing women's sports. It's just a whole bunch of stuff that's aligned with LGBTQ rights. And it's strongly supported by the Democratic Party. And now we're starting to find out that a lot of the men that's associated with the Democratic Party are switch hitters. They're pitchers and catchers. They play on both sides of the fence. But there was a woman, Angela Stanton, and she's she goes after a lot of the Democrats. She went and said, breaking the Democrat, Roland Martin forgot to edit this clip. We are all forced to watch his love and admiration for black male buttocks as they casually scrolled across his screen. I told y'all in the post I wrote a few weeks back that 90% of the men I know that still represent or support the Democratic Party are, LGBTQ. Watch how mad he gets when he finds out it aired. How much more proof do you need? It's time we save our men and boys. So now you have people that's, voicing their opinion and they're coming after Roland Martin. And like I said, Roland Martin don't have a lot of friends on the grassroots because he's been very disrespectful to a lot of us. But that's not the only thing that he's got in trouble for, in his career. He also got in trouble for this.
And he starts putting messages up related to the Super Bowl. And he puts one up and he says, if a dude at your Super Bowl party is hyped about David Beckham's H&M underwear ad, smack the ish out of him. So that's the number one clip there. And it seems that he's very insecure about, he's not secure as a man is really what it seems like. And our friend Pam Spalding over at Pam's House Blend really summarizes this brilliantly for us. And after this, he got some response tweets from GLAAD and some other groups, and he responded, you're clearly out of touch. You're clearly out of touch and clueless with what I tweeted. Way to assume, but you're way off base, that it was in any way kind of homophobic or kind of playing into gender stereotypes in some way. But then he followed it up with another comment. Who the hell was that New England Patriot they just showed in a head-to-toe pink suit? Oh, he needs a visit from Team Whip that ass. So Roland Martin, as a CNN contributor, Freudian slip. From the comments, I would have assumed he was a Fox News contributor. Right. As a CNN contributor, some faux pas here, or am I completely off base on this?
So now Roland Martin is being exposed, with that stuff that came across, the screen while he was talking. Now we know that Roland Martin has a wife, Dr. Jackie Hood Martin, and she's innocent in this. I don't want to really say anything disrespectful to her, but we also know that a lot of these men that get caught, living a double lifestyle, they have wives, they have families, because for many years I told you that people had to put the mask on and they had to create a fictitious lifestyle for them to live separate from the lifestyle that they truly wanted to live. So we didn't do it. Roland Martin, this stuff came across Roland Martin's screen. And that's why we know in places like Washington, D.C., Detroit, Philadelphia, Los Angeles, parts of New York City, there's a big push, a strong push for the letter crew. And like I said, they have a lot of powerful people in positions that's sitting in chairs, that's sitting in powerful seats. And they also have a lot of down low, and I'm not saying that he is, allegedly. There's a lot of brothers like that that also support these groups, that's in strong support of these groups, and you wonder why. But then when something like this happened, and people have been saying this about Roland Martin for a long time. Now, I'm not saying this to be 100% fact and truth, but where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And, in this video, I believe that everybody should have a right to liberty and have a right to live. They have a right to live their own lifestyle. I mean, the way that the way that they want. But if you come out and you portray yourself to the public to be something, and then you're not what you portray yourself to be, we have every right to speak on it. We have a right to speak on it, and that's what we're doing now. But Roland Martin is exposed. It's going to be, by tomorrow, it's going to be like all over the place. And I know the Democratic Party right now is going to be trying to use somebody else as one of their shills or spokesmen. I'm gonna cut the video short here. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button. Subscribe to Street Media TV, and remember, I love y'all. Till the next time, peace.